Hi everyone, we are the
Vantelli.
and we are ready for the panel. We know they are experts and we are expecting the best from them, and they should also look out for the best from us. So let's go.
Good afternoon and welcome. It's very good to see you again. We are ready for you.
Good afternoon, faculty members. This is Group 1 and we are the Vantelli, which means the good people at sales. It's a French word. I'll explain that later. So Tampico has been in existence over 25 years. And for me, this resonates so much with me because in basic school, hot afternoons, we rush to get a taste of Tampico. So our marketing plan, I would outline our distribution plan and also how we're going to boost our sales, as well as increasing brand awareness. With a budget of 2 million Ghana cedis, we'll talk about how we would outline our execution plan in phases. My colleague would explain more of that. So our objectives are three. Our first objective is to increase brand awareness by a minimum of 30% within 12 months. Our second objective is to increase our income or our sales to a minimum of 30%, and that will translate to 2,600,000 Ghana cedis. Our third objective is to increase our distributors or retailers to a minimum or at least 500 new retailers within these 12 months. And one thing about Tampico is that there's a taste for everyone. So no matter what you like, you would get it. The next, we'll talk about our SWOT analysis, where we speak about our strengths, our weakness, our opportunities, and threats. So one strength we have is that we've been on operation over 25 years, and we are in operation in 30 countries. And we have a variety of flavors, like I mentioned before, and just the table, looking at the table, the bottle there, just a minimum of 7 cedis, you'll be able to get a bottle for yourself. So it's very affordable. With our weaknesses, we have very few distributors across the country, which would work on in this marketing analysis. Our threats, we have cost of operation. Things are high, prices are shooting up. We also have increasing competition, and the taste of customers is changing. Nevertheless, we have the opportunity to increase our distribution rates across the country, and we also have the opportunity to increase partnerships and collaboration with other food and beverage companies. Our unique selling proposition, Tampico Ghana provides high-quality, fruit-flavored beverages at affordable price, like I mentioned before, and this makes it very accessible for every consumer in Ghana. My colleague will take you through the rest.
Thank you so much for this presentation, Jomo. Good afternoon once again. I would like to continue looking at our target consumers. I'm very sure that after a very busy scheduled day, you would need something very tasty to quench your thirst. And this is why we've provided you this. And this makes you fall within our target consumers, which is our secondary consumers. But our first primary focus consumers are teenagers and students. We understand that these people are the ones that easily look out for something tasty to eat or take after a good meal. We'll be focusing on families as well. After eating your 3-square meal, it would just be nice to drink something to step it down. We'll be focusing on retailers, just as my colleague mentioned earlier in the objectives. So we'll be looking at giving them more of this product. We are going to our marketing and promotion plans. Since most of the target consumers people we are looking at the current trend of the current generation, majority of these people are on social media. I believe looking at all our smartphones, everyone has at least one social media on their platform. And we'll be using these social medias to promote our brand. We'll be using radio and TV ads as well. We'll be looking at having billboards in very busy areas, for instance, Accra Central and major busy places in the other regions of the country. We'll be having a community sponsorship, brand activation, and free sampling, which are already featured in our budgeting that I'll be breaking down soon. We have our sales and distribution strategy. We'll be having a setup for online purchase or ordering of services, partner with restaurants, hotels, and offices, expanding to 500 plus retail business. This means that we are going beyond the urban areas and we'll be going to the rural areas as well. Offer incentives. We would come up with a promo that if you're able to sell 1,000 products of Tampico in a month, we would like to give you 10 packs for free just to motivate you to do better the next time. And this is our budget. Breaking it down, we have a total of 2 million Ghana cedis. We'll be spending 200,000 on market research and activation, social media and digital ads for 300,000, influencer marketing 400,000 Ghana cedis, radio and TV ads 600,000 Ghana cedis, billboards 500,000 Ghana cedis. In all of this, we are hoping and believing to be able to achieve our objectives, which in summary, increase our sales and revenue by 30%, which still reflects the 2,600,000 Ghana cedis, 500 plus new retail shops, 1 million plus online reach from social media ads. And we want to execute this in 3 phases within the year, which means every quarter of the year. At the end of the day, we should be able to make some good sales for our company, Tampico. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
So your outcomes, I'm just asking myself, if I was given 2 million, will I spread myself so much, for the expected outcome? Because sometimes you might think the amount is big enough, but in all honesty, this is Pan-Ghana, right?
Yes.
So I was hoping you'd place your weight on some of the channels where you're going to get your biggest uplift. Because I think your core target, as you said, is the youth, right?
Yes.
And then your secondary is more what families and the adults, like you said, us. I think I'm a millennial, so I like that.
So the reason why we have social media and digital ads to be 300,000 out of our 2 million budget is that, the youth are more embedded in social media such as TikTok, Instagram, and Snapchat. So there we are putting 300,000 there so that we can get them involved. We can let them know what we are giving them, and we can also bring out the TikTok challenge and more advanced social media based activations. So you see 300,000 there because that's where we believe our primary target customers are.
I don't know if you did a little profile of your target just to really understand them, then you can appreciate the media that they consume. That will even help you to apportion a lot of budgets to where you want to do. Did you do a little bit of some profiling of it? Okay. So that is how come we, in our budget, you see we have allocations for aspects like TV and radio and activations and all. So what we intend to do is to approach, our main targets are the university students, tertiary students, and the young adults. We are going to approach them through their universities when they are doing events, fan fairs, and then through the various local communities. So apart from doing that in person, we are going to use the digital media. So while they see it on TV, we are visiting them at their doorsteps and all. So we are using an all-angle approach to reach them. Okay, so from what you're saying, I can assume that you want to approach this whole thing with digital and perhaps activations. All
yes.
Right? But if you look at your, can you go back to the slide where you have the media?
The budget?
The media budget.
The media
breakdown. Okay. I think we are just spending a little time there because it's one of the few mistakes a lot of people do. And by the end of the campaign, you don't get your result. Because if you are targeting students and you want to spend this much on social on digital
media
and this much on traditional media, then you begin to ask yourself a lot of questions. So a simple profiling of the person. What's your name again?
Michael.
So Michael, you are 23 years old, you are a student, you live here, you walk or you pick a vehicle or you have your private car. When you begin to profile the person this way, so if you are a student and you walk to school, then perhaps some billboard might be something that you see. But if you drive your own car, then you might think of radio in the morning. If you get home and you are a TV person, what kind of TV person you are, then you begin to influence whether you should put your ad on TV. But even that, when you are doing social media, still with the profiling, you begin to understand whether this person is a TikTok person or this person, because everybody don't consume social media at the same pace. It is always advisable to choose one or two and master there. So when you profile somebody very well, you are clear as to the media that you are using, then there is no conversation as in media doesn't work because you didn't do a thorough work there. So quickly, just to quickly move to where I think there was a little bit of a gap, is that you did your SWOT, okay? You did a SWOT. Usually, I think that presenting a SWOT, you present it in what I call the tools. So you start with your strengths, you start with your opportunities, your weakness, and then you end up with your strength. Your story becomes better. And every time you present a SWOT, there should be some deductions that you made from the SWOT, and that must also influence your tactics. Whatever you are doing, are you doing it to eliminate your weakness? Or are you taking advantage of your strength? All of that in a one slide becomes very important. I think I didn't see that. So that is my comment.
Actually, the derivation then from the SWOT could be your key success factors, because
Exactly.
that's the basic requirement for success. So then the logical progression from a SWOT would be a key success factor matrix, so that it sort of guides you in the way you do your work. Thank you, and we appreciate your time.